why Java came into existence. Now Java started basically the person called as James Gosling in somewhere in June 1991. So he started with a project called as Oak in 1991, and he was basically familiar with the notations of C and C++. So using that concept of C and C++, he released Java version 1.0 somewhere in 1995. And the main benefit of Java was WORM, W-O-R-A, Vora. It is a Vora technology. So you can say it is write once and run anywhere. What it is? Write once and use it the way you want on any of the OS. That is, you can use it on Windows, you can use it on Linux, you can use it on Mac of the available OSs. And definitely it was secure at that time, and it was told that Java won't get infected with virus, but today it is possible. And the language which was using Unicode, now C were using ASCII is of 8 bits, whereas Java used Unicode or bytecode, which was of 16 bit. Fine. And the other importance of Java was it was equally can be used for the standalone application as well as for internet applications. So on the internet side we have servlets and applets, and for standalone we have the simple programming like core. We also have a facility of Java GUI. We have a facility of accessing the database using networking. So it was like, in all phase of the programming Java was used. Now the main reason was why Java was made as compiled and interpreted language. The reason was to make it compiled and interpreted language was that when the concept was started of Oak, they were in a mindset to make or to connect all the devices with a unique platform. Now previously also devices were running on software, but everybody were having their own software. So their concept was to compile or to have a software such that every device will run on the same software. So the concept was such design that you can write a program on your desktops, on your laptops, compile it, make it a class file, and then that can be put on the device. That device which is running on Java will have a virtual machine software, or software will be on that particular machine. Fine. So that was small piece of software, that was Java interpreter. So on a desktop or on a machine, on a development machine, you can develop the code. Fine, you can compile the code, make it error free, and then you can port it to either on Linux machine, either on Unix machine, or either on Mac machines, and there will be a small piece of software called as interpreter, which will help actually in running that device. Now today there are more than 3 billion devices. I'm quoting again, there are 3 billion devices which are running on Java. Now many of you know what is platform, C++. In C++ we can use the language like procedure oriented, as well as we can use language like a object oriented. So we can say C++ is not the object oriented language. So it is supporting object oriented, but not 100% or not pure. But generally we say Java is pure object oriented, because in Java without class and object you cannot write the code. So what has been done is everything what we are writing in Java is class and object. So we can say Java is 100% object oriented. That was the benefit. Fine. Even C# is also a object oriented. .NET is an object oriented technology. Fine, but the technology is a bit different. And Java was so powerful that even we can make the simple applications. We can make standalone applications, we can make networking applications, we can connect with database. We have a feature of developing GUI and many more things. More emphasis will be on programming rather than the theoretical knowledge. Fine. So very first feature is Java is platform independent. Fine. Second is Java is compiled and interpreted language. It is compiled and interpreted language. Third, it supports inheritance and polymorphism. Fine. Fourth, it is secured language. Fine. This is Java is a secured language. So I'll just list out every feature first, and then we'll go on discussing one by one features of Java. Now you can see here there are some features. That is, Java is platform independent, it is object oriented, it says it's simple, it's secure, it's portable because I can run it on any OS. Got it? I can write the code on any OS and execute it on any OS. It is distributed, it is multi-threaded. We'll see if it is possible, the time permits, will go for multi-threading also. Then it is high performance. Definitely the performance is very nice of Java. It is robust, means a very nice memory management feature is there in Java. Then it is interpreted. I've already told you what is compiled and interpreted. It is dynamic because many of the things can be done at runtime, and it is architectural neutral. So these are some features you can see which are of Java. Fine. So now you can see when I write Java source code, its extension is Java. Fine. And then I have to compile that. Once I compile that, I get a file called as .class file. Now that is a bytecode file. Fine, it is bytecode. It cannot be executed directly. Fine. And then depending upon the OS, there is a piece of software called as Java Virtual Machine. Now that for DOS it will be, for Windows it will be different, for Linux it will be different, for Mac it will be different, for OS X it will be different. So every OS will have its Java Virtual Machine. So here this bytecode is converted with the help of this Java Virtual Machine. Now see, there's a compiler here. Now this compiler will compile the code, it will convert into .class file, and then that .class file with the help of Java Virtual Machine, this is the interpreter, is converted into the native language which is known by that particular OS. So if it is Windows, it will be converted into the language known by Windows, JVM. If it is for Linux, it will be converted into the language known by Linux, and if it is for OS X, any OS, then that particular language will be converted. So here I'll get the native code. Native code means which will executed on that particular OS. So this is how. Now see, here it is Windows, Linux, OS X. Now instead of that there can be here what do you call it as a thumb reader. Fine. So on thumb reader also there can be a Java Virtual Machine. There can be a camera. On camera also there can be a Java Virtual Machine. But we cannot do compilation part and editing part on the camera. So we need our desktops or laptops to write the code, compile the code. Once the compilation has become error free, I can transfer it to that particular device and that device can start working. And I've told you today more than 3 billion devices are connected to. Today 3 billion devices are connected to the Java platform. OS X means any other OS. OS X means here any other OS. Fine. So this is how the Java machine works. So in this way Java can be taken as compiled and interpreted language. So these were some few features. I'll be explaining you these features step by step whenever needed I'll be explaining you, okay fine, this is this feature of Java, this is this feature of Java, this is this feature of Java. So I hope till this point the features and how actually the Java is working we have seen that.